Hey Seahawks fans! Welcome to another quick and updated news round on our channel with the latest information about our Seahawks. I'm Charles, here talking to you all once again. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. You'll stay well informed about everything happening with the Seattle Seahawks, and hitting that like button helps a lot. It motivates me and strengthens my humble work here on YouTube. To kick off the week, remember how we started the season on fire? 2 straight wins against the Broncos and Patriots. We were on top of the world. But now? Well, it feels like the Seahawks are in a free fall. We just lost at home to the Giants, 29-20. And this comes right after that tough loss to the Lions, 42-29. 2 losses in a row, guys. Not what we were expecting, right? What's got everyone scratching their heads is how we're using our star, Kenneth Walker. Did you see how many times he ran against the Giants? Just 5. And he only got 19 yards. Meanwhile, our quarterback Geno Smith ran 4 times for 72 yards. Zach Charbonnet, 2 runs for 11 yards. The team only ran 11 times the whole game. That's way too little. Mike Macdonald tried to explain it after the game, but honestly, it still doesn't make much sense. We have one of the best running backs in the league, and we're not using him properly. Check this out. Even with Geno Smith being sacked 7 times and losing 53 yards on those plays, we kept relying on the passing game. Geno actually played well, given the circumstances. 284 passing yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. But 7 sacks? That's a lot. What's frustrating is that just the week before against the Lions, Walker was on fire. He ran for 80 yards and 3 touchdowns on 12 carries, plus 36 receiving yards. The guy was unstoppable. Then the next week, we basically ignore him in the run game. Against the Giants, Walker did manage to get 57 receiving yards on 7 catches. But where were the runs? Macdonald had said Walker would get plenty of opportunities to run the ball. Where was that? Now, we're 3-2. It's not the end of the world, but it's not what we expected after that incredible start. And next week, we face the 49ers at home. That's going to be a huge game. Why are we using Walker so little? Does Macdonald need to rethink his strategy? How do you think we can bounce back against the 49ers? Let's keep rolling with the news, Seahawks fans. Here's another big point. It's the 2nd game in a row where DK Metcalf fumbled the ball, leading to a touchdown for the opposing team. This is no joke. It's becoming a serious problem that's costing our team points. Let's look at the numbers, and they're shocking. According to Andrew Catalon from CBS, Metcalf has fumbled the ball 8 times in his career. 8. That's more than any other wide receiver in the NFL since he entered the league. Actually, it's 9 fumbles if you count that crazy play against the Cowboys in 2020. Think about it. Almost all the other receivers who've fumbled more than Metcalf since 2019 also had return duties. DK doesn't. This is really worrying. But Metcalf's story is complicated. It's like 2 sides of a coin. On one hand, we've got an extraordinary athlete. The guy is one of the best deep threats in the game. His speed is terrifying, especially given his size. And look, he's been working on improving every year. Those contested sideline catches, his hands, the guy's evolving. But then there's the other side of the coin. Metcalf's hands aren't consistent enough for him to be considered an elite receiver. In the Giants game, he started by dropping the ball on the first play. Against the Patriots, even though he played a strong game, he had 2 drops. Last year, he didn't have any fumbles, but his drop rate was the worst since 2020. Guys, we can't accept this from a player at his level. And there's more. The penalties. Oh my God, so many penalties. Metcalf has been heavily criticized for his aggressive play, which often results in personal fouls. Do you know how many penalties he's already committed just this season? 5. None were the big 15-yard type, but still, 3 for offensive pass interference, 1 for holding that nullified a Kenneth Walker touchdown, and another that wiped out a Zach Charbonnet first down. And let's not forget that controversial OPI on Tyler Lockett against the Lions. What do we do with Metcalf? The guy's talent is undeniable, but these mistakes are costing the team. Do you think he can fix these issues? How do you think the team should handle this situation? Let me know in the comments. Finally, to wrap things up today, did you see what happened to our cornerback Woolen in the Giants game? It wasn't good. Woolen, The guy we rely on so much in our secondary left the game with an ankle injury, and right now it's so uncertain that he's listed as questionable to return. Here's what happened. Right in the first half, Woolen seemed to feel something, but then he walked off the field on his own, and we were a bit relieved, right? But that wasn't the end of it. He even came back to the game but kept going in and out. It looked like he was trying to play through the pain, you know? Then, at the start of the fourth quarter, he went to the locker room. That's not a good sign, folks. And look at how this affected our team. Our secondary was all over the place. Giants quarterback Daniel Jones was having a field day. The guy completed 23 of 33 passes, threw for 257 yards, and scored 2 touchdowns. As I'm speaking to you, the Giants are leading 23-13, and there are less than 6 minutes left in the game. It's tough. But wait, there's more bad news. Remember Uchenna Nwosu? Well, he finally made his season debut in this game against the Giants. But guess what? He's already ruled out with a thigh injury. Can you believe it? The guy just got back, and now he's out again. All of this raises several questions, guys. First, how serious is Woolen's injury? Will he be able to return for the next game? And if not, how will our secondary cope? And what about Nwosu? We were all excited about his return, and now this. How long do you think he'll be out this time? How will our pass rush hold up without him? Another thing, what's going on with our defense? Daniel Jones is doing whatever he wants on the field. Is it just the injuries, or is there a bigger problem with our defensive scheme? And look, the game is still going on. There are 6 minutes left. Can we make a comeback? It's tough, but in football, anything's possible until the last second. So, how do you see the impact of these injuries on the rest of our season? Let me know in the comments below. All right, Hawks fans, if you liked the video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It's super important, and I appreciate all the support. We're in this together. Thank you for everything. And go Seahawks!